My name is Tali Pelman, and I'm the producer of Tina, the Tina Turner musical. And we are thrilled to be sharing that we will bring the musical to Sydney this spring. I first met Tina Turner on a winter's night in Zurich in Switzerland, where we arrived at her house to talk to her and her husband, Erwin Bach, about making a musical around her life. And I distinctly remember the first time I went into her beautiful, beautiful lounge in this beautiful chateau. The first thing Tina said to me was that she had no interest in making the musical, but that we would have a great dinner nonetheless. And so that was a very interesting way to start the evening. We ended up staying at Tina's house till the early hours of the morning. Myself, Tina, and Joop van den Ende, the founder of Stage Entertainment, spoke at length about her life, any parts of the story that she would want to retell. Anything she would want to share with her current fans. And I was thrilled that by the end of the evening, she was firmly committed to telling the story on stage with us. And I think what spoke to Tina was that our vision for this show was to be honest in the portrayal of her life and to tell the story truly from her viewpoint. That was our commitment to her, and something that meant a lot to her. It's been a real blessing since then because Tina has been so closely involved with every beat, with every script, redraft, every reading, every workshop. She has come with Erwin and shared her viewpoints with us. And at the same time, she has allowed our creative team and Katori Hall, our writer, to be really independent in terms of giving an objective view of how we want to tell this story afresh to audiences today. So it's been an absolutely blessed partnership. My vision for making the show was to inspire audiences who saw it by the story of Tina herself. From a very early point, we used to talk, Erwin Bach and Tina and I used to talk about ensuring that audiences that left the theater, especially women, would leave the theater with their chests up, their head held high, the chin up, feeling confident in that they could be whoever they want to be and they could accomplish whatever they wanted to accomplish. And that was really key to how we structured the entire musical and the story. I first met Katori Hall when I produced a two-hand play that she wrote called The Mountaintop about Martin Luther King. And I produced its transfer to the West End, and then we took it to Broadway, where it starred none other than Angela Bassett and Samuel L. Jackson. And that's where my relationship with Katori began. And when this project came around for me, it was really clear that there was nobody but Katori who should be telling the story. And there are many reasons for that. Katori is from Tennessee. She understands Tina's story like nobody else. And she also has this exceptional groundedness and extraordinary sense of humor that really was able to channel Tina's voice. And I approached Katori and Phillida at the same time. Phillida was a director who I'd always wanted to work with, and we'd never had the opportunity. But the thing about Phillida is that she tells women's stories like nobody else. So whether it is Margaret Thatcher in The Iron Lady, or whether it's Meryl Streep in Mamma Mia, Phillida knows how to tell a woman's story, and I knew that she would relish the opportunity to tell this story of survival and resilience, and to my great delight, she did. We first sensed that we had something very special on our hands when Katori delivered her first draft of the script. And it was immensely strong, to the point that we decided the next step would be to read it out loud, which is quite unusual. So we immediately got into a room. It was in New York City. Katori, Phillida, myself, and our music supervisor, Nick Skilbeck, and we cast that reading, mostly with actors who weren't musical theater actors. So not to sing it, but just to hear the story. The one person we did cast who had already a very illustrious musical theater career was Adrienne Warren. And everyone picked up their script 2 hours before we sat down. They had a quick flick of it, and we sat down just to hear it aloud. And from the first beat, we just knew that this was going to be ready. This was going to be ready. And what was so exceptional, and of course what Adrienne Warren delivered so beautifully, was that segue from text to song. And when that works, and when song lifts up a scene so effortlessly and so movingly, well, it was really clear. It was also really clear that we had someone very special in Adrienne Warren. But that was a very memorable moment for all of us. Well, we have Tina running now on Broadway, on the West End. It's about to go on tour across the United States. It's also running in Hamburg in Germany, in Utrecht in the Netherlands, in Madrid in Spain, and soon Australia. It has been remarkable how much audiences love this show and the extent to which that translates across not only countries but languages. I think what people enjoy most, other than, of course, this extraordinary songbook of incredible anthems that our amazing brand and cast deliver, is a story that's really meaningful and really accessible and really personal. Within that story of Tina's triumph and resilience, there is a direct inspiration, I think, to the people who see this show, that whatever is their struggle or their challenge or their hopes and dreams, they can also achieve it. And by the end of the show, I think we've reached a level of elation that musical theater houses don't normally witness. So you get it all. You get it all. And I think that word of mouth has spread across countries. We have been talking about Australia since the very early days of making this musical because we know how much it means to Tina, and we also know how much Tina means to our Australian fans. So I hope this will be a huge hit. I know Tina and Erwin hope so too. Of course, we have Australians in our family. Roger Davies, Tina's longtime manager. And so we've really been talking about bringing this home for a very, very long time. We can't wait, and can't wait to see you in Sydney.